Hi, this is Jay from RonaRigs. On the previous video, I explained a little bit about the process for us shutting down. On this specific video, I wanted to just talk to the reasons for shutting down. And this is more of a video for anyone else who runs a business to they might find some commonalities in something you're working in. So let me begin. We started the business August 2022. Started as a reason we started it is because I love tech. And prior to this, we had a consulting company, myself and my business partner, Stephen. And after the passing away of our third business partner, or second business partner in my case, the third one of us, we decided to get out of consulting and move into e-commerce. Started off very briefly with drop shipping, furniture products, didn't like that. And I've always loved tech. So started the business. Our first product was a Logitech mouse, and it was such a sweet feeling to put it up and get a couple of sales. And we started to get a bit of traction and really started to hit with some of the Dell products, the dock and monitors and things like that. So as we endeavored to grow the business, we found that over time, we were in an industry that had notoriously low margins. So the IT hardware business and selling only hardware has very tight margins and has a lot of big players selling the exact same items. And when we first got going, the items we sold, which catered to high-end work from home professionals, nobody else was really doing in any meaningful way. So we had a bit of an edge in a niche. And as time went on and these products became popular, so for instance, the WD22TB4 docking station, we started to see our competitors that were very big and very well resourced. Instead of, in our case, we might buy 20 to 50 at a time, they would buy 500 to 1,000. And it's incredibly difficult to compete against businesses like that are getting cost efficiencies that you can't get. So sure, we didn't have a massive warehouse. We didn't have hundreds of staff to cover the overhead of, but fundamentally, we were still in an industry with very low margins. So as we ran the business, we had some months that were profitable and we had some months that we were not profitable. As time went on and coming to the end of 2023, I personally had some changes in my life, predominantly around my wife and I also operate a law firm, Rocket and Ash Immigration Law. And we had a client that was generating the majority of our revenue drop off, which meant that I had to work with my wife and beautiful partner in that business to grow the revenue back. So all of a sudden I was in a situation where RonaRigs wasn't producing any profits for me and my family. The law firm required my efforts to start the marketing, start the selling process, build the funnels out so we could get new clients in through the door. And that coincided with my wonderful daughter starting kindergarten, which happened a couple of days ago. Put on top of this, my business partner Stephen celebrated his 70th birthday back in September last year, and his desire to actively want to run a business and grow it, I don't think is there, especially in a business that we couldn't see any profits being generated. So it's an interesting experience to go through in which you have to make the decision, is what you're doing the right thing? And is it the right thing for my family, which is fundamentally the question. So in my case, we made the decision to close the business, and it is February, so this being shot on the 6th of February 2024. But we're aiming by the end of the month, the 29th, we're all wrapped up. So the good part is all the creditors, everyone gets paid. We sell the existing stock we've currently got on stock. We're not taking any more orders. All the warranties are covered by the manufacturer. So clients are okay. Our suppliers are okay. The team that we have, the external team we have has been paid or is in the process of getting paid. So very, very clean, let's just say, and that's really a good part of that is to Steve, my business partner, for taking the lead on getting all of that sorted. So I've learned a lot personally as a director of a e-com business. It's been really great to learn a lot about how e-commerce works, how to sell products online, how to build a great customer experience. But I think the fundamental challenge is when you're working in this industry with low gross profit margins. And in our case, we were running at sub 10% gross profit margin. So it's incredibly difficult to have any sort of business with those margins. So for me, I feel relieved. It's been a real slog to run and grow two businesses. One of them that is profitable and successful being the law firm. RonaRigs, whilst the top line revenue looks really good, the end of the day, everybody else got paid. Our suppliers got paid. Our external team got paid. We paid Google. We paid all these people. But at the end of the day, there was no profit left for myself and my business partner, Steve, for the risk we were taking as directors. So for anyone who's thinking about getting into e-commerce or drop shipping or any of this stuff, I constantly see all these influencers living in Dubai making several $1 million a month drop shipping. What I've come to learn is, can you make money in that space? Yes. Maybe if you're selling a product that you have a bit of an edge on that you've manufactured, but if you're selling a commodity product like we were with Dell as an example, where you could look up the same product and buy it from 10 different companies in Australia at a really good price, I don't think the ability to generate profits are there. We did build a great customer experience, and I think that's what separated us at the time. But at the end of it, what we found was, as much as customers loved what they did with us, sometimes we'd see that people were so price sensitive on a monitor where a $5 or $7 difference, they would go with somebody else instead of us. And even if we created the best experience in it, after 12, 18 months, we have over, I think, 105 Google reviews saying our service was amazing. Still, at the end of the day, in this type of market, people were or are sensitive to the price and want to get the best price. So I would suggest people in e-com, find your own product that you can either manufacture or create, and then you've got a bit of an edge. To other people in business or working on something that they don't know if it's working, I think one of the things that my wife, Ines, remarked on this, she said to me that I am good at knowing what I want. And I think part of this process is understanding, is it you? Is it the market? Is it your operation of the business? Or do you have to just put it to an end? And in my case, this is the second business closure or experience I've had. So I know what feelings you're going to feel, or I'm going to feel, and the feelings predominantly are, can I turn this around? Am I a failure for getting this not right? And all of that stuff still sits there with you. But I think if the macroeconomic conditions of the industry mean that you're unable to achieve any profitability until you get to immense scale, then I think that let's be crude, you're pushing shit uphill to get a good level of success. So, and to share some revenue figures, we were turning over for the month of, I think, December, we did about 100 and something thousand. January, we did about 60 or 70,000 in revenue. And so, we were many months doing 100,000 plus in revenue, and it was just myself and Steve and a small external team. So on the top line basis, it looks really positive, but at the end of the day, when there's no money left over and everyone else is getting paid apart from you, it's a pretty shitty experience to go through. So this is my long preamble about the shutting of RonaRigs. I'm not even sure I'm going to post this up on YouTube for everyone to see. I might just put up the short video, but I think it is really important for you and you being me to reflect on what you're doing and have a hard look at it and put your investor hat on, or if somebody came to you in the same situation, what would be the unemotional response? And in my case, it was very simple. I have one business which is profitable. I can help to scale it and grow it. We have an edge in the marketplace in the way we conduct ourselves and the service offering we're giving to people in the law firm. So, and it can be profitable from, it's already profitable. Then on the other hand, I've got RonaRigs, love the product suite, like interacting with the customers, sub 10% margins, product related issues, returns, warranties, all these things. Very clear decision to wind up and close down the business. So thank you very much for watching. If you were a RonaRigs customer, I really appreciate your business. If you want to check out what else I'm doing, you're probably going to see me on the Rocket and Ash Immigration Law Google page, on the YouTube page, talk to you about various things. If you want to connect with me, feel free to shoot me an email. Just to cap it off, RonaRigs will be done by the end of February. So email me, j@ronarigs.com.au if you want to talk about anything between now and the end of the month. Otherwise, we're hardly going to check that email. If anything, everything's going to be wrapped up. We're aiming for everything to be wrapped up in February for RonaRigs. Everyone gets paid, all the stock gets moved, and we're done. So thank you for listening and watching this video. I hope if you have some experience of this yourself, feel free to reach out to me. I love to hear from people. And I wish you all the best. And again, thanks very much for watching and supporting us. Have a great day.